Hey, welcome back to Even More Mashed Up. We are the pop culture podcast that talks about all things pop culture. I'm Allan.
And I'm Patrick, and we are sitting on the cusp of the holiday season, and so we thought we'd get things rolling in a kind of holiday style with today's topic. The look of disappointment on your face, considering you had nothing for the opening.
You're literally just describing what we do.
Yes!
You always do it in some clever kind of way. That would have been better.
Merry holiday!
Yeah, that would have been better.
Okay.
But you just... I thought you had something.
I literally told you I had nothing. And then I said I could do something.
Couldn't you have done something with, like, guarding?
No.
Guarding holiday cheer?
I don't know. Couldn't you have done something with
guarding?
But you were like,
I'm going to do it.
You looked at me with like your I got nothing face. I'm like, all right, I guess I have to do the bit again.
You said I've got something. And your something was...
I said I could come up with something.
It's the cusp of the holiday season. We're clearly past the cusp.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
But the cusp was like 2 weeks ago when all the Christmas stuff showed up at Target.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, I think we're past the cusp.
So we're post-cusp?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're post-cusp.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, it is the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, the Guardians of the Holiday special, which we'll talk about the special, but it also might launch us into broader Marvel-y MCU type discussions.
I hope it launches us because I did watch the holiday special.
Yes.
I don't have a ton of notes about it.
Okay.
But I do have a couple of notes.
Okay.
Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to start?
Why don't we start with what we liked? Let's start things off. It's the holiday season. We'll start off with positivity.
All right. One of the things I really liked was how they just savaged actors.
Okay, that was
the kind of the running joke about how awful actors are, like they're the worst kind of useless people.
That was a nice running gag.
It was a nice running gag. I wonder though if they've ever met podcasters.
I'm sure they're fine.
Like if they imagine that actors are like a complete social drain. It's
whoa.
Have you heard of podcasting?
Yeah, but
because I'm telling you, we make actors look positively, morally upstanding.
But the problem with actors is they're lying, and there's an honesty in podcasting.
You feel like this is an authentic show.
Come on. If there is one thing this show is, at least in terms of our dynamic, it is authentic.
It's true. There is an authenticity there.
This is authentically us. Like this is not us pretending to be, this witty. But it's just how we are. It's just
how witty we are.
Yes.
I think that's why people hate podcasters.
I don't think so.
Honestly.
They love podcasts.
So I did like that.
Okay.
You have something else to throw into the positivity bin?
I did like the opening, I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here song.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they had stuck. I enjoyed the song, and I kind of wish that they had gone that direction with the entire show, which was like trying to bring Christmas to nowhere and them not understanding it, which I realize is very Nightmare Before Christmassy, but still, I think I would have liked that storyline.
And it was a catchy song.
Better. Yeah, I would have liked, or not even a storyline like that. I mean, let's not pretend that this is, Citizen Kane or anything here, but I think it would have been a funner
You didn't
sort
think
of
it was
bit.
Citizen Kane?
Yeah, well, no.
I'll give you a bonus point if you can name the guy who made the film. Long a point of struggle on this podcast.
You mean James Gunn?
No, Citizen Kane. Now you're just trying to buy time.
Citizen Kane.
You're just trying to buy time.
It's Orson Welles. I know who made Citizen Kane.
I remember years ago where you and Dan and Rich.
Well, do
you guys think it was Orson Welles?
No, I said H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells.
Dan and Rich both knew that was wrong, but couldn't explain why.
After the fact, they both claimed they knew it was wrong.
Yes.
But there was a lot of nodding in the podcast studio.
It took them a while to realize that. Because I think I said H.G. instead of Orson.
You said H.G. Wells. Yes. So just making sure you're caught up. Yeah, it was... Rosebud. Yeah. So you liked the music?
I did. I liked that song.
Okay, and then you thought that maybe there was a chance to do something?
I thought that might have been just kind of like...
They didn't do it.
Yeah, they didn't do it.
So that sounds like you're moving off the positivity theme.
Possibly.
I've got one more thing.
Okay.
There was a joke about a team-up, and I know you love team-ups. So it got me thinking, because they're talking about Kevin Bacon, like as an actor who he had teamed up with. And, of course, team-ups are a classic staple of comic books. What's your favorite team-up? Is it JLA Avengers?
Oh, okay. So going
into your comic booky stuff.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if we're talking, yeah. I mean, the JLA Avengers by Busiek and Perez. Yeah. I mean, that was
Perez is.
That's.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, that was really good.
That was it. Did you like the X-Men Teen Titans?
I got that in a trade paperback collection like years afterwards, so it was well past
that
the
peak.
day of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and it was weird seeing, particularly the Teen Titans, who at that point I think were still being drawn by Perez.
Yeah,
Simonson's art seemed weird to me for the Titans. Like you're used to seeing them a certain way. Not that I don't like Simonson's art, but it was weird. It was weird to see it for the Titans.
Perez has a very distinctive style, that
as does Simonson,
right? But that defined the Titans.
Yeah,
like when you think about those Titans, it was definitely Perez drawn.
Yeah, so I think for any number of because it was a trade collection of the crossover classics. So it was the Spider-Man, Superman, the Batman, Hulk, Titans, X-Men.
Batman Hulk is a weird one,
and I'm forgetting the fourth one. There were 4 in there, and I'm forgetting one of them. But yeah. So
what about Superman Muhammad Ali?
I've never read that one.
I was very disappointed as a kid. I'm like, come on, you're telling me Superman can't go toe to toe with Muhammad Ali?
Well, I'm assuming in the story they had some reason why Superman either couldn't or wasn't.
Can't remember, but it's like
because I'm pretty sure if he threw one punch using his powers, one punch at Ali, like Ali would be dead.
Right.
So
which was my assumption going in.
There had to be some sort of explanation for why. Because it was Batman, Hulk, it was Spider-Man, Superman.
The Hulk is a weird one.
Titans, X-Men. I can't remember what the fourth one was.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's annoying.
There's one other thing I found mildly amusing about this.
Okay.
And that was the Kevin Bacon inclusion.
I did enjoy the Kevin Bacon.
It was nice having him there. Did you know that he and Kira Sidgwick are cousins?
They're married.
Yeah.
Are they actually cousins too?
Well, I did a very
You said you did.
I did a very light Googling.
Okay.
And this is what I found.
Okay.
That they married in 1988.
Yeah, they've been married
for a long
good
time.
chunk of time, yeah.
She learned in 2012, she appeared on the TV show Finding Your Roots.
Oh, okay.
With Henry Louis Gates.
Gotcha.
That she and Bacon they're ninth cousins once removed. Okay. So when I say they're cousins, like I might be
exaggerating.
Like I might have been playing that up a little bit for effect.
Yeah.
But and they have 2 children.
Okay.
And they're cousins.
Yeah, it's not like when my great uncle who did like a whole mapping of our family tree back in the day.
Oh boy.
And he had it on paper. This was like the early days of the internet. So I remember we were visiting my grandparents and he had it all laid out. We're all looking at it.
Yeah.
And my uncle, and on my mother's side, my uncle and his wife were there. And his wife looks down and is like, that's my family. And it was not 9 cousins removed. It was like 1 or 2 branches over. Like
before Ancestry could flag it and be like, be careful.
Yeah.
Like there's some incest going on over here.
Those are all names in my family. Yeah.
It's like the Community episode, which is one of my all-time favorite Community episodes, where Garrett is getting married to, I can't remember her name.
Oh, okay.
And they discover through the course of the wedding that they're actually cousins.
Yes, I do. I vaguely. That was later Community, wasn't it?
It's a very, because Elroy's in it. And
he
says, there's a man who knows how to marry his cousin. It's such a... It's the one time the Community people try to do something nice.
Yeah.
And they ruin the entire... It's beautiful television.
Which leads into talking about, speaking of...
Kevin Bacon?
No, sort
incest.
Of people.
I don't know where you're going.
People realizing they're related.
Oh, okay.
In Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, of course.
Right.
The big revelation. Spoilers ahead.
Yes.
That Mantis and Star-Lord are, I guess, half siblings because they share Ego as a father.
Right. Yes. So half brother, half sister.
Yeah.
Honestly, when they revealed it, I couldn't remember if I was supposed to know that already. Or
you were not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's never been mentioned before, which is part of my problem with it too, is, there was no real build up to it. There's nothing within the episode and nothing prior to it where Quill was like, oh, I really wish I had siblings.
Right.
Like, I can see what Gunn was thinking, because, the first film is very much framed by Quill's mom. Second film, very much about Quill's fathers.
Yes.
So going kind of the sibling route kind of makes sense for the special.
Yeah.
But it felt like... there's no build-up to it, and it felt like, on the one hand, there's no build-up to it, so it didn't feel significant.
Right.
And yet it's also a kind of significant revelation to have buried in this special, particularly in the way that Mantis is like, well, I've already told Drax. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is out there. So,
and her reason for not telling Quill is not really convincing.
Yeah, that it would remind him of their father.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, Mantis, as an alien, perhaps doesn't understand human emotion very well. So maybe you can give her some slack on that. But yeah, it's a weird thing to have kind of appended onto the Guardians universe by like this special.
No, agreed. Oh, and by the way, if you're really enjoying this witty banter that is completely authentic, you can catch it again on Drive Time,
CougarRadio.net, 5 p.m. Wednesdays.
5 on Wednesdays.
Sorry.
Yep. Just a quick reminder.
Yep.
So I do have a fair or foul from Raquel O'Donnell of piratesandprincess.net.
Oh, okay. I have a fair or foul as well.
Is it from Raquel O'Donnell?
No, it is not.
Piratesandprincesses.net?
Nope.
She described the show as the best early Christmas present that a fan of Marvel could get. Mm-hmm. And it was like
that's not true because that's Hawkeye.
Big warm hug.
That's also like Hawkeye.
Really? Okay, so you're just saying straight up foul. How about Nicholas Delgadillo at Geeks of Color, who wrote the following? The stakes in this silly holiday special may appear small, but they're certainly not for Mantis, who proves herself to be the not-so-secret MVP of this current iteration of the Guardians.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
thought you might have some problems.
That's also part of my issue with the episode, in that you can kind of tell that almost everyone else in the show was there due to a contractual obligation and was there as minimally as possible.
Right.
And so you're basically left with, well, who can we build a special around? Oh, it's Drax and Mantis.
Yes.
Neither of whom... I mean, Drax is pretty one-note at this point.
But Pirates and Princesses say that this shows the tremendous evidence of growth among the characters. I'm quoting it right here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they're all kind of the way they always are. I mean, Drax is misunderstanding things.
No, there's growth because
and committing violence.
She says we should focus on characters and relationships and provide more happy endings.
Okay.
Zach is...
Even Zach's like, so happy endings.
You guys are not a fan of the piratesandprincess.net?
I guess not, yeah. I guess we don't agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it felt a little bit, you can only have Chris Pratt in it so much. And
right.
He
did not...
He seemed a little like...
Yeah,
seemed like he was cashing a check with this
Even
one.
his hair wasn't really done,
he didn't,
he didn't
it
was just
look
like,
quite...
He clearly just walked off the street.
Yeah.
Threw on the jacket and was reading lines off a cue card.
I think they filmed this at the same time that they were doing Guardians 3. So it's sort of like they got to the end of the day of filming on Guardians 3.
Yeah.
And Pratt probably thought he was done for the day.
Oh.
And then they're like, oh, no, dude, sorry, we need you for this scene for the holiday special.
Yeah.
One of the joys of being Bradley Cooper in the Guardians is that you don't actually have to dress up at all.
Yes.
You're just doing ADR. But they obviously couldn't afford to animate Rocket in a lot.
Right.
Now, did you like Cosmo?
That was where I was going to go next.
The arrival of Cosmo.
I do not care for dogs in movies.
Really?
I like
At
dogs.
all?
They're worse than kids for me.
Oh, this is new.
Oh, no, it's not. I've always hated dogs.
I don't recall you saying this about Lucky the Pizza Dog in Hawkeye.
I don't think we've ever talked about Lucky the Pizza Dog in Hawkeye.
We talked about him when we did the episode on Hawkeye.
Did we?
Yes, I brought up my love for Pizza Dog.
And I'm sure I said I don't
recall you saying that.
No, you should go back and listen.
I should. I really should go back and listen to
right.
that
And
episode.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. I don't care for dogs in TV.
Okay.
I put together a list of pop culture dogs, trying to find one that I cared about.
Benji?
Benji was first on the list.
You don't like Benji?
No.
Benji was huge in the 80s.
Toto's on the list? No.
Okay.
I never liked
Lassie?
that movie. Rin Tin Tin.
Okay.
No, none of these are making it.
What was the title of your list again?
Oh, I don't know, just like dogs in pop culture.
Okay, Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo's on the list.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was live-action dogs or not. Oh, how about Scrappy?
No, I hate Scrappy. No, Scrappy is the worst.
Puppet power!
Yeah, of all the pop culture dogs in all the pop culture universes,
everyone hates
Scrappy is almost at the top of my hate list. Cannot stand him.
Zach is apparently a Scrappy fan.
Old Yeller?
I am a Scrappy fan.
What about Cheddar from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's not bad.
Is that the corgi? It's a corgi, isn't it?
Is.
I do like corgis.
Yes.
Yeah, and the relationship he has with Holt is just
adorable.
I've seen clips here or there.
I hate dogs because people always say adorable, But that
But
relationship
that one's
is
so
is
good.
He's
is
Corgi
pretty
is-
adorable. You're not Cheddar. You're just some common.
I've seen that clip.
Good stuff. So then, Astro from the Jetsons,
Oh yeah.
Brian from Family Guy.
Okay.
One for you, Santa's Little Helper.
Okay. Yeah.
Airbud.
Clifford, Airbud is on the list.
Okay.
Eddie, I thought you'd like from Frasier.
Oh, I forgot about Eddie. Oh, I
Yeah.
did like Eddie. Yeah.
Beethoven,
Yeah.
Comet from Full House,
Yeah.
Pluto,
Oh yeah.
Cujo,
Goofy.
Hooch.
Did you? See, I like Hooch.
No,
but
you
only-
don't. You do
No,
not like Hooch.
I like
Nobody-
Hooch only because of the Scrubs reference.
Oh, is there a Scrubs reference? to
Yeah,
Hooch?
in Scrubs, there's a doctor there whose name is Hooch. Hence, so they're always making like various Hooch jokes to him.
Yeah.
And he basically is slowly driven insane by it.
Yeah. Which, if people were going to make fun of you and it was going to be a movie like Turner and Hooch,
Yeah.
is that the one that the Fonz got fired from directing?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought I saw an interview recently where he was talking about the way in which he got fired because he didn't get along with, I think it was Tom Hanks.
How do you not? That is bizarre.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler and Tom Hanks, two of like
Apparently,
the nicest. Apparently
they're
too
blood
much,
enemies. in
Apparently, they're
Hollywood.
too much niceness.
They hate each
That
other.
is like I could.
Yeah.
I didn't think either of them was capable of hating
Now, I
someone
did
else.
see this on TikTok, so take it for what
Okay.
it's worth. But it was
Okay.
like, it seemed like an unadulterated interview
Okay.
where Winkler did not want to talk
Really?
about it because
Oh,
he
that's
seems like such a
interesting.
nice guy.
No, Hanks probably is the one that got him fired. So
Yeah,
that's
it-
probably the bad.
He said
blood.
he was on the set for like 12 days.
Oh wow!
And he got called into the office, and they were like, pack your stuff.
Wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's tough because that's still
Right.
like Hanks' bosom buddy era Hanks. That's not.
It's not like
that's not the Tom
high-powered
Hanks.
Tom
of-
Hanks.
Yeah, and yet
Yeah.
he's still. And
Yeah.
at that point, Henry Winkler is probably higher than Tom Hanks. I would think.
Well, but when did Big hit? Because if Big came before Turner and
that's-
Hooch,
that's
then
a
I
good
feel
question.
like that
It's-
Hanks had more juice.
It's all. They're all like right next to
They
each other.
feel like they're
that's part of
all-
that 1980s, like 83 to 85.
all kind of like
Yeah.
crammed in there. But if it came after Big, then I don't have any doubt that
Yeah, that could be.
That
Yeah,
Hanks
it does
would be
depend.
the
I
guy.
feel like Turner and Hooch has to be pre-big though, because
I don't like anything in pop culture that stars animals. Really,
Okay.
Like I don't want chimpanzees.
Yeah.
Don't want dogs. I certainly don't want cats.
okay.
Yeah.
Even the Curious George movie?
Was there a Curious George movie?
Yes.
There's a Curious George movie. I loved
Yes.
Curious George as a
Come
kid.
on.
I never understood the
I
love
don't know.
for Curious George.
I would every time my mom would take me to the library, I'd go and get like the same Curious George book that I
Yes.
read 100. She's like, read
but like
something
the man with
else.
the yellow hat was such a.
I focus on the Curious George.
Yeah,
Did you
that
ever
was a
watch-
colonizer, so we don't.
Yeah,
Well, no,
yeah,
right.
I-
Did you ever
yeah.
watch the early animated Curious George? We got
No.
it from the Dallas Library.
Oh, I
when
think
our
you've
kids
told
were
me.
really
Oh,
young.
you told me this. Yes.
And we brought it home, and it was like, oh my
it's
god,
awful.
it's like it's
Oh, the
literally
man with the yellow hat is a monster.
It's like the slave hunt, and
Yeah.
then the middle passage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not. It's
yeah.
not. Yeah.
Oh, the
And
stuff
I'm
that
not-
passed for entertainment 100 years ago does not really pass
I'm
anymore.
not sure if this is 100% factual, but
Yeah.
I think the man with the yellow hat used to be the man with the white hat.
Oh.
Now that you say that, it sounds
Where
vaguely.
instead of everything that
Yeah.
he would, like wore was yellow, it was all white
Oh.
instead.
Can't imagine why they wanted to change that.
Oh,
No.
so
So here's the thing: when I was a kid, and when my kids were kids, Curious George books, absolutely.
Yeah.
But a movie, yeah.
I'm sure they.
Cartoons are maybe a little bit different, like than live action, but yeah, not for me. So I had no interest in Cosmo the Space Dog.
Okay.
Like none.
Okay.
He's right on that list of all these other dogs that I just don't care about.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a pretty big plot hole in the series, in the show.
Ooh, are we gonna do plot holes?
Well, we're going to do a plot hole.
Oh.
So, the premise is that they bought Nowhere from the Collector at the beginning of the episode.
I believe that is true.
Didn't Thanos kill the Collector in Infinity War? He's in, like, the little tube thing.
He's in the collector case, right?
Right, but then that's all revealed to be an illusion, and then the Collector case is completely empty, but Thanos has the stone that the Collector had, and we never see the Collector again.
Well, we don't know that he killed the collector.
You really think he would have kept the Collector alive?
Thanos is kind of a 50-50 guy.
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe
It
he's
just-
like Two-Face.
I'm-
He flips a coin. I don't know.
Nope, genocide. Merry
Merry Christmas, everybody. Wow. Woo. Who had genocide at the 25-minute mark?
So I do have a fair or foul for you. From
Okay.
Carl Smart at theouterhaven.com.
Lay it on me, because I don't have anything else positive to say.
From the opening moments of the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special,
Yeah.
you notice that this is a parody of the Star Wars holiday special, mixing songs and animation sequences with a small story to pull things together.
Okay.
But unlike the Star Wars holiday special, there is a feeling that there was a lot more care given to the look and feel of the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
So you're going to be outraged by my answer to this.
Okay.
I have never seen the Star Wars holiday
I never have
special.
either.
So
It only aired once.
So I can't compare.
It is the animated.
I'm going to assume
the animated scenes are meant to kind of. They're supposed to look like the Ralph Bakshi Hobbit cartoons that he did in the 70s.
Okay.
Which they used
Yeah.
rotoscoping for.
Yeah.
But then Gunn said that within the structure of the show, he was trying to do like a Star Wars holiday special as a mix of
Interesting.
songs
Okay.
and animation and live action.
It sounds fair then, but again, having not seen the comparative material, it's hard for me to say.
Really the one thing it has. It is literally the first on-screen appearance of Boba Fett in one of the animated sequences. He just shows up.
Well,
Because
there's
it's pre-Empire,
something.
but
There's something there.
it's pretty bad. In
Yeah.
fact, I saw a thing where Carrie Fisher in an interview once said that Lucas gave her a copy of the holiday special as a gift, and she would put it on when she wanted to get people out of her house. When it was time for people to leave.
So it's not very...
Oh, it's terrible.
I will say that as we watched it, I found this to be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
As a show.
Yeah.
Vicky, within 10 minutes, was like on her phone for the rest of it. Like it
Yeah.
just... And which gets to one of the fair foul I brought to you.
Okay.
Which was somebody, I think it was, let me see, Eddie Harrison from Film Essential, described it as quote, the kind of self-indulgence that might please hardcore fans.
Ooh.
But it's fairly hard-going for the increasingly casual, tuned-down viewer. Do you think fans would find it? I think a lot of this is kind of fan service, right? Despite the fact that James Gunn said that.
To be fair, most holiday specials kind of are fan service. Like, there's no, like, they're all the same. Somebody needs to learn a lesson.
Right.
About Christmas. Which.
So you're talking about fan service to Christianity.
No. I mean, just in terms. I'm saying that there's no real plot to them.
It'd be fine if it were
so
fan
once
service
once
to
you get rid
Christianity.
of the plot, all you really have is fan service.
Right.
Like having Rocket get Bucky's arm, which opens up a whole bunch of questions. Like, what's Bucky doing? Is that going to be followed up in the
Maybe he's got a better arm
in
now,
the Captain America New World Order movie where
my
Bucky's going
assessment.
to appear again? Or
Here's
in
what makes me mad.
Thunderbolts?
I'm going to be expected to remember that his arm was gifted away in this throwaway Christmas special, and then we're going to come in
I
here.
got your back.
I know, and you're going to be like, "How did you not?" And I'm like,
No, I'll just
guess
point
I
out. I
didn't-
will explain that. I will
didn't
remind
care.
you
All right.
in my gentle and respectful way.
"See, I was with you for a minute. I'm sure there will be a reminder.
Very, very, not at all condescending or
Just I'm sure there will be a reminder."
But I will say not so. So I think I don't know about that, but I will say because Gunn has referred to this as
There's a real-
an epilogue to Phase 4, and it makes sense because in a lot of ways it kind of embodies Phase 4 and
it's
kind
kind
of
of
the muddled kind
meh
of
blend
meh.
that's-
Yeah,
that is-
that. It's kind of like, which surprised me because when it came out, like the initial reviews you saw online were like, "It's fantastic!" Like people
Right.
were loving it, and then I had a similar reaction. I'm like, okay, it's fine. But
I was happy to watch it.
yeah,
I wouldn't go back and watch it again.
no, it's not going to be a regular part of my holiday viewing,
Oh boy, here comes the mandatory Hawkeye.
Unlike
reference.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, exactly.
which is a great Christmas time series and will be watched again.
So do you have more? I know there were other things you wanted to kind of spin into.
No, I think that's pretty much it.
I'm out too.
Because
let's
well,
move
and my last comment because
kind of moves us to the next.
Yeah, so the big news that came out this week out of Marvel.
I missed it entirely.
This is according to the Cosmic Circus website.
Why would they release the big news through Cosmic Circus?
I don't know. They have inside people. Their Cosmic Circus is getting this from inside people. This hasn't been officially announced. This is just the rumor.
Got it. So it's only a rumor.
Yeah.
then.
So this is the quote from
So it's the
Cosmic
big
Circus.
rumor.
Quote: Marvel Studios, and some of this is in the wake of Bob Iger coming back to Disney.
Okay.
Is currently reevaluating its release lineup for phases 5 and 6.
Okay.
As Phase 4 comes to a close, we've been informed of internal negative feedback about how Phase 4 was handled regarding product distribution and quality. So not just the external complaints. Internally, people were like, it's kind of a mess.
Not doing what it needs to do.
Yeah.
I think that if you were to go back and take all of the podcasts we've done on those individual movies,
Yeah, they kind of...
I think they would hear that message.
Yeah. So, quote, moving forward,
Yes.
they are interested in pushing a quality over quantity approach to these phases
Wait, time out.
as a way to address the issues some audiences have had with Phase 4.
To go back to a moment,
Yes.
saying that they now intend to focus on
Quality over quantity.
over quantity is quite a damning indictment of what they think they've
Somewhat
been
is.
doing.
Yeah,
It's
is.
kind of like saying, like, what we decided for Phase 4 was just to throw a lot of stuff out there.
I think, if I'm being generous,
You always are with it. Marvel.
going into Phase 4,
Yeah.
post the success of Endgame,
Yes.
and I'd really like you've seen it all along. Like when Iron Man first came out, everyone's like, "There's no way you can do an Iron Man
Right.
movie," and they do a great job. You
Yes.
see the same thing with Guardians. Everyone's like, "There's
Right.
no way they can make
Can't
this
make
movie
that a
work."
movie. It was
And
a
it's one of
great
it's a
movie.
great movie.
It was a lot of fun.
And you saw that, I was like, okay, so Marvel can do no wrong. And I wonder how much of Phase 4 is Marvel believing their own hype a little bit too much.
Hubris.
That we can do everything and anything, and it's going to be successful, and so we're just going to do all of this stuff.
But now looking back on it, they're like, okay, that was more quantity.
Yes,
Than it was
quality, which
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I think that's a fair assessment.
I mean, there's
post-peak superhero.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, that probably the best would be No Way Home, or She-Hulk would be probably, like, in terms of
I'd say
quality. Though, that's probably
yeah.
and Hawkeye. That's probably in WandaVision.
Yeah,
Like that,
WandaVision.
like you've got your odd gem here or there, but
Right.
a lot of it, particularly in the last half of it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's what they pointed out. Is like I think Phase 4 had like 23 different things in it. The entire MCU before that had 19. Like it's a ridiculous amount of content.
They really
that they put
believed
out.
they could just whatever they created, people would watch.
Yeah,
and
and
they
yeah.
definitely discovered that's not
Yeah.
necessarily the case.
I think they've yeah. So here's and this will
Yes.
lead into our next little bit.
Excellent.
So continuing from Cosmic Circus, quote, from what we're being told,
Yes.
projects already in post-production are still set for release at this time. And the main focus of reevaluation will be on projects still in the pre-production stage. We've been told to expect shifts in release schedules for some projects, changes in media formats for others, and in the most extreme and unlikely of cases, postponement or outright cancellation of a project, and this is the important part, that would not be suited towards the overall story of the multiverse saga. Which, of course, is the big King story.
So everything needs to tie into the multiverse. Okay.
Yes. Do you have any sort of general thought before we move on to my brilliant idea of the next segment?
Well, sometimes I complain
Yes.
that they're all so connected.
Yes.
That
This is
you
where I thought
need
you would go.
need like a guide
Yeah.
to get through it.
Yes.
So I don't know that it depends on how much quantity are they going to reduce.
Yeah.
Because if the story becomes too sprawling, you run the same risk, I think, of casual fans.
Yes.
Just saying, like, it's too complicated, especially now that Kang is coming and that's going to be time travel.
But you all, yeah.
And it just, like...
Well, for you in particular.
Well, I don't like time travel. But
You
I
don't like time
But
travel.
you would acknowledge it makes stories more complicated
I think
and more difficult to follow.
I think also in terms of complicated, in terms of but there's also the issue of, particularly early on in the MCU, we got things like Guardians that were sort of a breath of fresh air or seemed to be doing something different.
Right.
If, we've talked before about, like, one of the strengths of the MCU, particularly early on, was how they could do different genres.
And they've lost that.
And if everything's tied into the multiverse saga, I fear we're going to lose, like, every film's going to kind of be, okay, it's multiverse saga, part 4.
Right. Yeah. There's got to be a balance in between. But it seems like Marvel, like human beings in general, think of lesson learning in, like, binary terms. Like, it's on or it's off, it's black or it's white, it's up or it's down.
So we're going to help them today.
Excellent.
Because I came up... So this rumor brought up to me the idea for a fun little game that I call Film, One Shot, or Kill, in the tradition of F, Marry, Kill. So I'm going to go through the list because I can.
I think you can.
So the only thing they're only
that
making
to
changes
break out the
to
old
Disney
Leaper?
Plus series. Films are all going ahead as planned. So
Okay.
we're only talking Disney Plus properties.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Just real quickly. The idea that Marvel's come to, that it needs to be one or the other, like, every project ought to be judged by its own merits.
Yes.
But go ahead.
Well, now you
Yes.
are now the head honcho of the MCU.
It was only a matter of time until that happened.
So you get to decide.
Yeah.
Is this going to be made into a film now?
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Is it going to be a one-shot special presentation?
A film?
Film, one-shot, or just kill it?
Wait, there's no series? Because some of them I want a green light for a
Well, they're already
Disney
series.
Plus series.
They're already all series.
Well, can I keep some as series?
I'm not sure you're going to want to keep any. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I have a feeling. When you say bloodbath,
I feel like my assistant is
I have a feeling,
pushing me in certain directions.
I'm just saying, when I look at the list of things,
Okay.
I feel like I know where some of this is going.
All right, so it's
Also,
a film?
So film, one-shot, kill.
And the one shot would be on like a Disney Plus one shot?
Yeah, instead of being like a 6-episode series, it's
Right.
a one-shot episode.
All right.
All right.
But I can't pick a series.
Well, they're already series. No, we have to trim down.
But I'll kill a lot.
We gotta
But I
scale
may
back.
want to keep... All right.
All right, well,
I guess I'm in charge.
I'm
I'm
not
handcuffed by such a Byzantine set of rules that they're really...
It's film,
very
one-shot, or
little
kill.
power.
It's
Yeah.
film, one-shot, or kill.
Or series.
No, because F, Marry, Kill doesn't have like a third option of like date
Platonic
sporadically.
friends.
yeah, date sporadically.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, there's not a fourth option. Okay.
I don't
All
know.
right, here we go. So first
I've been given
first
all
one,
this power, and then I find out it got
Yes.
no power whatsoever. All right, go.
Secret Invasion, in which featuring Nick Fury dealing with a faction of shape-shifting Skrulls that have infiltrated all aspects of life on Earth.
I wouldn't kill it.
Okay. So that means
But
film or one shot.
You can't do it as a one shot. Like that's the perfect example of what ought to be a series.
Okay.
So I'm going to make it a film.
Okay. So that's
Gonna
a film.
make it a film.
Okay.
Zach, what's wrong with that as a
Oh,
film?
I'm killing that.
You're killing that?
Oh, immediately.
But like the secret.
Oh, that's
like,
true. Okay, so Allan will film,
No,
Zach will kill.
the comic book story is such a good story.
But in terms of,
Is it, though?
I'm talking about
Yeah.
if it's a one shot, it
Yeah.
doesn't have enough time.
No,
if
agreed.
it's a movie, it's way too much time. Even as a series,
No. You could do 2 hours, right?
2 hours of just Nick Fury hunting down an alien
I mean, there's a-
species in a
Well,
planet.
I would make it more.
Well, but keep in mind, the
interesting
Skrulls
than
are shapeshifters, so they can appear like anybody.
That's true.
So there's a bunch of
But
superheroes he's gotta
also,
hunt down, and he's
Agents
gotta
of
determine
S.H.I.E.L.D.
who's a good
Agents
guy.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. already went through that.
Yeah, but it was Agents of Shield.
It was a good show.
It was a good show, and then it wasn't, and
That's
then it
fair.
was,
That's
And then it was
It's-
again.
It
Yeah.
kind of like it.
But-
So here's the thing: you're absolutely right. But I've been told
He's got to
that
play by
with
the
my
rules.
godlike powers,
Not godlike.
I cannot create an extended series.
You are
It's
a corporate honcho answerable to a board of directors. You do not have
All
unlimited
right.
You're
power.
Well,
investors.
I'm going to say movie, but
Okay.
I hear Zach's point that the movie will not do it justice.
And also
Okay.
with the
Either.
Skrulls, they also did that with Captain Marvel, and we all know how well that went over.
But the idea was to introduce them in Captain Marvel to set up a. If I were in charge, I would scrap Kang in the multiverse, and I would replace
No,
it
that's unacceptable.
Ooh.
with a secret Civil War. No, what's it called again?
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. I would go
Secret
Secret
Civil.
Invasion.
Now, as a fleshed
It's
out,
called
like,
Secret
whole-
Civil
yeah.
War Inferno.
That's right. Oh man,
Or,
could we?
or Secret Inferno
I
War.
want an Inferno movie. To be clear.
Oh, that needs to be like a
Now,
mega
if it was
series.
like a
no,
story,
hey,
arc,
there's no series allowed.
Well, that doesn't exist yet. So,
All right.
all right.
go on.
Next option.
Yeah.
What if season 2?
Oh, kill. 100%.
I
It is
knew
on the cutting room floor. Don't need it. Not interested.
Yeah.
And don't give me that Doctor Strange.
Oh,
nonsense.
dark Doctor Strange.
Yeah, don't want it. Don't want it.
You
Don't
don't like
need
the Dark
designers.
Darker Strange.
Darker.
darker strange.
Dark.
Oh, Darker Strange.
I like Darker.
Of course you do, because that's yours. Go on. So Zach and I are clearly in
we're killing
agreement.
that.
There's-
Okay, so we're
there
killing
is
that.
I didn't even
Okay.
watch What If season 1.
Zero need for it.
No.
Okay.
It was not good.
No.
Echo.
I'm here. You can't make an Echo movie. That's preposterous.
What's that one about again?
The origin story of Echo revisits Maya Lopez, whose ruthless behavior in New York City catches up with her in her hometown. She must face her past, reconnect with her Native American roots, and embrace the meaning of family and community if she ever hopes to move forward.
I don't want to kill because it's got great representation potential in it. I don't like the idea of a one shot. I don't think she can carry a film. What I'm going to do as the boss of Marvel is push her into like the Young Avengers or the Dark Avengers kind of series, like the Thunderbolts or whatever that's coming.
She would work in Thunderbolts.
That's where I would push her.
Okay.
I think she fits there.
Okay.
I don't want to lose her.
Okay.
But I don't trust my writers and directors to make the movie that needs to be made.
Okay.
Was she the one that was in Hawkeye?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved her. Oh, yeah. I'm doing one.
I am very concerned about the reconnecting with her Native American roots and embracing. Like, it feels like we're going down a potentially very stereotypical
Could be
Native American route. Hopefully not, but I fear.
Well, have I mentioned Reservation Dogs before?
I believe you have, yes.
It's really good.
Once or twice.
It wrestles with that kind of stuff.
In the last 2 episodes.
So it feels like it's been done, too. So, yeah, I love her. I'd like to see more of her. Yeah. But I don't think any of the options you presented me with are good.
It was the first show that had some deaf representation in it, and I was there for it.
Yeah.
With both Hawkeye being hearing impaired.
Yep.
Right.
And her being fully deaf.
Yep.
I'm here for it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, great representation potential here.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Here's my fear, and it's with a number of these shows.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Echo is going to be on the chopping block.
Yeah. Well, if Marvel treats their cinematic like they treated their...
Secret Invasion is already in post-production, so it's probably going to go forward.
Yeah.
What If, I think, is just about done.
Yeah.
I think Echo is the first one that's not in post-production.
And we know very well from writing a book, All New, All Different,
yes,
History of Race and the American Superhero, that while the comic book industry has tried for a long time to diversify, when they've created diverse titles, those diverse titles are almost always the first to go. The cutting floor. Yeah. It would be tragic to lose Maya Lopez.
Yeah.
Now, I'd rather do her miniseries than like a Hawkeye 2.
Well, I mean, number one, I think they've retired the Clint Barton character, so now it would be the Kate Bishop character in Hawkeye 2.
Oh, that actually I would watch. Never mind.
Yeah, Kate Bishop was good. She was good. Yep. She's like the new Spider-Man when Tom Holland came out.
Right.
Quirky,
and who doesn't love Haley Steinfeld?
She was so good in that.
She's just really good.
Now Jeremy Renner in it.
We don't need any more.
He might do like a brief cameo, like she calls him for some advice.
Nope, I'm the boss. He's done.
Okay. All right, next show.
Yes.
I think I know the answer to this one.
Kill, then.
Loki Season 2.
Loki, for me, was very hit and miss.
It was.
When it was good, it was really good, and when it was bad, it was not particularly good. I don't want another. I don't need another series, so that's easy. Would I kill it? I'm not sure. Hiddleston is a joy to watch.
I'm not sure you can kill it because of everything on this list. If your criteria,
it's the one that is multiverse.
It's what's tied in. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So it's probably too important. I think I could do a Hiddleston 90-minute Loki.
So like a one shot.
No, a film.
A film. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So we're
I put him on the big screen.
Okay.
If we're doing one shots on Disney Plus, I don't think those are going to matter much.
Okay.
People
do really like them. They really liked Werewolf by Night. They really liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, okay. And so now I've been forced into a position as the manager of Marvel. That's what people have liked the last 2 times, so it's what's always going to work. Mm-hmm. God, what a bunch of morons.
I mean, their plan is to do more one-shots and special presentations.
Right.
As opposed to series.
Again, that binary thinking.
The market tells you what to do, my friend.
That's right. And you can only listen to the market for the last 6 months.
Yes.
You can't pay attention to 6 years or 10 years.
All right, next option.
Yes.
Ironheart.
I don't want to be insensitive. It's a great opportunity for representation. Mm-hmm. But do we need Ironheart? No, I'd push Ironheart into Young Avengers. Young Avengers is going to be my...
What's Ironheart?
Ironheart is...
and that question kind of says it all.
Is Riri Williams. She was in Wakanda forever. She's a African-American college student that basically invented her own Iron Man armor and goes by the identity of Ironheart.
She's really smart. Mm. Yeah, so I would push her into a Young Avengers film.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think I know this one.
Yeah.
Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
Done. Don't need it. No.
Yeah.
No. You want more Agatha?
Yes.
Why?
In WandaVision, she was so good.
She was so good.
WandaVision was so good.
She was good.
Yeah.
I fear she's not enough to sustain a show.
Right. That's why I would say one shot.
You can maybe get away with a one-shot.
Because if you get a one-shot, because what they can do...
Maybe.
Which what I wish Marvel would do more is what they did originally in when they were in Phase 1, Phase 2. They left little nuggets of stuff that kind of tied into
Phase
the
4
overall.
left a lot of different kind of nuggets.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they kind of scrape off the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah. But it left a lot of stuff to find that actually tied into the overall
but here's my fear.
next story.
The problem with Marvel is they've never taken the television stuff seriously enough in terms of crossover and tie-in.
Yeah.
So when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the classic example of it. It's it's in the same universe, but you would never...
Hey, now, they introduced What's-Her-Face in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and now she's everywhere.
Yeah.
With Val. We love Val.
Yeah. So I fear... in creating a series of one-shots. If it were I in charge, I would do very few one-shots on on Disney Plus, because I feel like we're going to destroy what makes them special, and what's going to happen is Agatha Coven of Greatness is going to drop.
Chaos.
And nobody's going to watch it.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, it's not enough to watch, and then it's just going to reinforce Marvel saying, well, we can't put anything significant there. Yeah, Marvel's worked themselves into a bad position here.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Yes.
And this is a biggie.
Yeah.
Daredevil Born Again.
Okay. Charlie Cox deserves a chance to make a movie. So I'm making that a movie. It's a great story. I think it's a story that you could condense if you do it right.
Well, considering they're planning to do 18 episodes of it, it might be in need of some condensing. Yeah, it's a lot.
Just make it a movie.
The original storyline was only 7 issues. I'm like, how do we get to 18?
I think
it's a lot.
Well, and you and I talked about the Netflix stuff a lot.
Echo
right?
it's apparently going to follow up on Echo too, so it's like a Daredevil Echo thing.
Yeah, Netflix was always bloated anyway.
Yeah,
we always talked about that. There was every Netflix
yeah, but they were
show
only 13.
You could always pick at least 1 or 2 episodes. You could cut that.
You always had the saggy middle.
What I would really like to see them do with Daredevil is make a really streamlined, stripped down version of that story. No more. My edict would be no more than 2 hours.
Okay,
and preferably, less than that.
Yeah.
I want a nice, tightly told story. Yeah. But that's a story that should be told, and Charlie Cox deserves. Yeah. He deserves a movie, so I'm giving him a movie.
In the movie, okay.
Yeah.
So this is animated. X-Men '97, the sequel to the cartoon. Direct sequel to the finale of the cartoon, which ended with Professor X going off to Shi'ar space for healing, apparently.
Okay.
And left Magneto in charge of the X-Men.
I had quit watching, so I would.
I had to.
I see Zach shaking his head vigorously, like it's a kill. I would not be. That's one you could get away with as a one shot that might fly.
Okay.
Because it's going to connect to nostalgia. The people that watch the cartoon are going to want to come back to it, but I don't want any more than that. I'll give it a one shot.
Okay. I know the answer to this one.
Kill it then.
Another animated series.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, done. 100%.
Not even a movie?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Now this one I'm not sure what you're going to do with.
Okay.
Untitled Wakanda series featuring Okoye.
I feel like as pitched, there's not enough to greenlight that.
Untitled Wakanda series.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I would kill it.
Okay.
And think about incorporating that kind of storyline into a Black Panther film moving forward. Yeah. But I think, again, if my edict, or what I've been told is quality over quantity, we got to dial some of that stuff.
It feels like if you don't actually know what the show is, it's
right.
probably one you could...
And it's probably part of the problem
do without
that you're addressing.
Yeah. All right, last one.
Yes.
Vision Quest, which is following up on Vision and his quest to regain his memory and humanity.
Yeah, kill it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that hurt.
They just announced that one in October.
Yeah,
Oh, that hurt.
Could you make it a movie?
Potentially.
I'm not a one-shot guy. I'll take the X-Men animated one-shot, but I don't I'm not feeling a lot of one-shots.
Well, you haven't watched the Werewolf by Night one.
Right. So it could be
which was good fun.
Yeah, I guess Vision could be a movie, but I'm not
It
sure.
should be.
I'm not sure I want it.
Why?
Can't we just let Vision go?
No, he wasn't fleshed out as a character at all.
So let's keep digging into the well where there's no fleshing out.
Well, but you could make him more human.
Because
Have him regain his
WandaVision
have
play
him
with a
rega-
lot of those kinds of themes. Yeah, I don't need it.
No?
I don't need it.
Oh.
We got to make some drastic cuts.
especially after WandaVision.
I would rather have Echo
That's good. Yeah.
than Vision.
Oh, yeah, if it
You
came
know?
down to a
And
choice,
so,
I'd probably
Yeah,
go
I'd take
Echo
it,
over
yeah.
Vision.
And so that's what I'm thinking. Like, we got to kill some of the stuff. I don't see the need to do that
Well,
again.
that would have been a fun bit. Okay, so let's see. So...
Yeah. What have I done?
Oh, I'm just trying to think. So... Yeah, no. Nah.
What's that?
You can either... There has to be a WandaVision spin-off. So do you go with Agatha or Vision? The board of directors has said, we need a WandaVision spin-off. It's our most successful series.
Okay. All right. So, but it can't be a series.
Damn it, Austin,
So you
give
want
us the show.
So you want to build on the most successful series?
Yes, give us
with
something.
the edict that it not be a series.
We're
I
a
just
board
want-
of directors. We don't have to make sense.
That's right. Or be smart. Yeah. So, I think I'm gonna go with the Vision,
Okay.
and I think maybe Agatha might show up in it to get like a little Agatha mixed in there.
Okay.
Probably Vision.
Because
I'm
Agatha all along.
not sure about Marvel making witchy movies. Yeah.
They did such a great job with Multiverse of Madness.
Did they?
Yeah.
They need to make a horror movie, though. I feel like that's the one genre that they haven't really touched on that they should. I hate horror movies, but they should.
I mean, Multiverse of Madness is probably as close to one as we're going to get in the PG-13.
And I never saw the New Mutants, which of course is not MCU
Yeah.
proper, but it was allegedly a horror film.
Yeah, I mean,
correct?
it had horror vibes, but it was still somewhat
Yeah.
subdued. It also has a fairly big flaw in its premise. In
Okay.
that they're all trapped behind like a force field of some kind and can't get out. Except Ileana teleports out at one point. It's like, wait a
So
minute.
it's like-
she could do that the whole time, then it feels like they're not really trapped with Demon Bear.
Right. It's almost like you need this creature to ride all the way across the great barren desert,
Yes.
but then you can walk
Then
back.
you can walk back, yeah,
God,
exactly.
the Mandalorian just drove me nuts. I just
So
I couldn't,
yeah, it was.
could
I
not
will
accept
say the
that
new.
logic.
The New Mutants movie great? No.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it. It
Okay.
wasn't. I didn't hate it.
Someday I'm going to sit down and watch it because
It was-
I do
it's on
love the
FX
New
these
Mutants
days.
from my childhood.
Yeah, I know. It's. I mean, I enjoyed it. I did not. It was not as bad as I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because I think I rented it for like $5.99 on Amazon Prime or whatever.
Once
and
upon a
I
time-
don't feel like I wasted my $5.99.
Okay.
Unlike, say, I probably could have done without the Venom movies that I spent $5.99 on.
That's embarrassing too because that's on your credit record forever.
It's not the most embarrassing thing on my Amazon account.
Well, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. So, but we're kind of ending on a dour point. I think we should try to like reinvigorate the holiday spirit.
We should. Do you have any ideas? Of
I
how
have
we
an
might do
idea.
that? Okay.
What if we kind of connect superheroes to holidays?
Oh, that we is doing a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh, I've got ideas here.
Oh, do you?
I do. I've got a long list.
You've got a list of holidays.
No, there's heroes connected to
Oh, are
some of
there?
them.
Okay.
Yes. And in my head, there's heroes connected to others.
Okay.
So you probably have some holidays you want to start with, but
I went
I've
with the big ones.
okay, like National Bird Day.
No, I did
That's
not.
January 5th.
I did
Just
not
so you
go-
know,
I did not
January
go
5th
with
is National Bird Day. I thought Hawkman.
Oh, I
Take
was
Hawkman
I was
from-
thinking exclusively MCU. I didn't even think
Oh,
about
okay,
DC.
all right. So
Hawkman would make sense.
who would you put from the MCU for National Bird Day?
Seriously,
Yeah.
I'd do Falcon.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Who would I do for?
There's got to be other bird heroes.
Thunderbird.
There you go. Black Canary.
Yeah. Oh, Black Canary would be good
Not
for
that Marvel though.
I know.
Yeah, Black Canary would be a good one for National Bird Day.
Yep.
Batgirl.
For Bird Day.
Yeah, Birds of Prey. She's part of Birds of Prey. She's got to be a bird.
Yeah, but she's a bat.
How is she part of the Birds of Prey?
But she's a bat.
Did you ever say that when you read the comic book? Did you
I didn't
say,
read the
how
com-
could this
I
be?
didn't read the comic.
Did you say things snarkily about it behind
No,
its back?
I didn't
Like,
read- I never
how
read-
could this
I should
be?
have read Birds
How
of
could
Prey. It was supposed
Batgirl
to
be
be
a
really
bird
good,
of prey?
but,
It was. It was really good. All right, anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
Houseplant Appreciation Day?
It's got to be Groot.
Floro?
Baby Groot.
Yeah. I was thinking for Arbor Day.
He's in a plant. Arbor Day is also Groot.
Could we do a Groot and Floro crossover?
I'm surprised you're bringing
DC?
Floro in.
I would like to see him even just to give him a hard time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So do you want to? I feel like some of mine you might not appreciate so much. where do you want to start? And then I can throw some other
I
things.
just went for the big ones by year. So like the what would be the MCU's New Year's Eve special?
The New Year's Eve special? Mm-hmm. It'd have to be something fresh. Mm-hmm. Something looking ahead to the future. Mm-hmm. It can't be a series.
Okay.
Because the series...
We're just talking about characters. We're just talking about characters.
Oh. God, the New Year's Day... the Baby X-Men.
Okay. See, I was thinking Baby New Year, Baby Groot.
Oh, Baby Groot, yeah. But, like, you've got a lot of Groot.
But you hate the X-Babies. I'm surprised you even brought up the X-Babies.
I do, but, like, I don't know where else to go for New Year was Baby.
Yeah.
I do not care for babies.
Yeah.
In general, in comic books.
Okay.
Let me be clear.
All right.
Human babies are fine.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, puppy babies are fine, too. I like lots of babies, just I don't want them in the comic books.
Puppy babies.
Yeah.
You mean dog babies,
Yeah, puppy
which would be
babies.
puppies.
Yeah, puppy babies.
They're not puppy babies. They're dog babies.
All right, let's move on. We're going to
Okay.
have some kind of baby theme for New Year's.
Yes. Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
So, got to go couple themed.
WandaVision, right?
Yeah,
it would be.
well,
Yeah,
it's
I
gotta
feel
be-
like
It's got to be one like that.
unless it's Hawkeye and Mockingbird, one of those classic romances.
Yeah, they haven't
everybody
really.
talks about
I've got
all the time.
Hawkeye on the list, but you know, for one of the
Oh, I know.
the ones.
I know.
So
I'm going to argue against, but that's okay.
I don't think you are actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, go
I don't
ahead.
think you are. So what do we have for the MCU's St. Patrick's Day special?
I don't have a. I have St. Patrick's Day on my list. I hadn't come up. What do you have for St. Patrick's Day?
I have Banshee.
Oh, of
Or
course.
Siren, if they introduce her.
Yeah.
But Banshee's all we've got.
I mean, I
in
guess
terms
you
of
got to bring
Irish.
an Irish.
Yeah,
So
so
not a lot of Irish heroes, are there?
there's Leprechaun.
Is he a hero?
She.
Black Tom Cassidy?
Oh yeah, Black Tom would work. Yeah, but yeah, no, Leprechaun's
bring him
terrible.
in.
Like she's. I
Yeah.
read an article or something, but like she's every stereotype. Like she's
What about Moira?
Scottish.
She's Scottish.
Yeah,
Okay.
Moira's Scottish.
All right. Scottish.
Scottish.
That's how Michael Scott would say it.
Yes. Scottish.
Scottish.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
How about stuffed green bell peppers day? That's August 28th.
I don't even know what we would do with that.
Yeah. All right. I don't either. I have no ideas. I just
Yeah.
found it to be an interesting day.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So what's next on your holiday list?
Easter.
Oh, I forgot about Easter. All right. So something rabbit related. Are there any
I
rabbit
didn't,
heroes?
I didn't go that direction. I went resurrection related.
Oh, Phoenix.
I went Wolverine.
Oh, I had Wolverine for something else.
Yeah.
But, because I had Canada Day
Oh,
on my list of holidays
Then, yeah,
to celebrate.
yeah.
And I would put Wolverine in Canada Day.
Shouldn't you have Alpha Flight for Canada Day?
It could be, but I like Phoenix on Resurrection.
Yeah, I thought about Phoenix, but then I went Wolverine.
I think she's been technically resurrected more often. Because Wolverine doesn't often completely die
Well, that's true.
and then come back. Whereas Phoenix, I feel like every time she shows up, you're like, well, she's going to die.
Right, and then
And
come
come
back.
back.
But Wolverine, sort of gets close to dying and comes back more often.
Yeah, but
like
Resurrection
Phoenix has
is
done that,
dying.
like,
Like
twice.
Resurrection isn't like I was almost dead and then I came back.
I
That's
feel like
not
it's
being
almost
resurrected.
different.
Like,
No,
you
I
had
mean,
to die
he-
to be resurrected.
I think it's the same.
You think it's the same thing?
I think it's pretty much
you
the
don't
same.
see any difference
Well, see,
whatsoever.
yeah, those are pretty much the same.
Actually, for Easter, then, if we're thinking about resurrection, it would be just the Hickman run on the X-Men, where they're all resurrecting. all
Oh,
the
yeah,
time,
the
right?
yeah.
Like they have these pods, and they,
Yeah.
you realize, like, if they die that often, it just doesn't seem like they would have made it that long. Like they die all the time now.
They do die all the
like
time.
all the time, and maybe they're a little bit looser,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
little more
they're-
loosey goosey
yeah,
with
yeah.
it. But it seems
Yeah.
anyway. All right, let's continue.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. You want a prankster? Mm-hmm. How about Speedball?
I went with Deadpool.
That's a good one.
Again, sticking only with MCU like film properties.
Oh!
Deadpool.
I didn't realize we were in the film
Yeah.
only.
I keep calling them the MCU Easter special.
No, it's
but
true.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention.
No,
clearly.
clearly.
Deadpool would be fine. Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Hawkeye.
Yep, that's who I had.
Really?
Well, yeah, because who else would, given the holidays' dodgy association with our treatment of Indigenous Americans,
Right.
who better than the hero named after James Fenimore Cooper's Man Among Indians? But Hawkeye, yes, yeah.
Oh, I went a different direction.
So it's Hawkeye.
I picked Hawkeye because I thought he would say, "Thank God I got something."
Well, he's already gotten a Christmas
Well, he
special.
knows he doesn't deserve it.
They really should do just Hawkeye for every holiday. They could introduce Mockingbird for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
He could hang out with Deadpool for April Fool's Day.
For stuffed green pepper day, he could
have some peppers.
He could shoot like an arrow with a pepper on the end of it.
He finally is able to pierce Hulk's skin with one.
There you go.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hulk is taken down by getting jalapenos in his eyes.
They burn. Hulk smash eyes.
If people could only
But he's
see.
smart Hulk now.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's smart Hulk.
Oh, not when he gets the peppers in his eyes.
Yeah.
Reverse.
What about Father's Day? Because this I had an interesting one for.
Oh, Father's Day.
Yes.
Well, I mean, the obvious would be like with Ant-Man coming soon. They do play up Ant-Man's relationship with Cassie, right?
Well, that's true.
So that would be a father.
Okay.
Captain America could be father of our country.
Okay. Considering every MCU character has daddy issues,
Right.
almost every MCU character is Father's Day.
But it's like bad Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you assume Father's Day is bad Father's Day.
Yeah.
I like to think of Father's Day as a time when we celebrate fathers,
I
not
wonder why.
run them down and denigrate them.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't dads have just one day?
I think dads have most days.
Christmas.
Fight the patriarchy. Yeah. Christmas, of course, is Hawkeye.
No, Iron Man 3.
No, it's Hawkeye.
Iron Man 3.
Interesting.
Hawkeye doesn't get Thanksgiving and Christmas.
He
That
gets
is-
every holiday.
That is so ridiculous.
Yes, he gets every holiday.
You're giving him the two big ones.
I am.
That's ridiculous.
I didn't give him Halloween.
No, Iron Man is.
But you know
Iron
who
Man
I gave
3 is
Halloween
Christmas. Werewolf.
Hawkeye.
Did you really?
No, I
You
forgot.
probably dressed up as Hawkeye, didn't you?
Since they already did Werewolf by Night, I didn't include Hawkeye or Halloween on the list because they just did that.
Right. Well, I have a couple others for you.
Okay.
Spring break.
Ooh. So you need people going on a vacation,
I suppose.
or yeah,
A trip.
a trip of some kind. Ooh, someone involving time travel. Kang. It's Kang.
Why?
Because he travels for spring break.
Oh.
Through time.
'Cause I thought you wanted to travel back in time to one of your
No.
spring break exploits.
No, I never had spring break exploits.
Okay.
No.
So Kang. I guess time traveler, that works.
Yeah, exactly.
I had Deliverance.
Okay, but that's not MCU.
I know, but in this podcast,
I knew you were
there is a
looking- yeah,
long tradition
no,
of
I know.
Deliverance being our spring break movie.
I know. I knew that was what you were going for, and I refused to let you drag me there unwillingly.
Okay, how about Groundhog's Day?
Are we talking the actual holiday, or are we talking the film? Where
The
things are
holiday.
repeated?
The holiday.
Okay, Groundhog's Day.
But the film did inspire my answer to this.
Yes. Well, the film is someone repeating the same day over and over again, which is kind of time travel. So Kang.
Oh, killing me. I was thinking it should just be the 15 to 20 minute fight sequence that comes at the end of every film and is exactly the same no matter what.
Oh, that's good. Yep.
So that would be
that'll work.
it
It'll
would
just
be the big set piece.
There you go. Okay.
Finale for me.
That's fair.
Martin Luther King Day.
Ooh, can I do Isaiah Bradley?
Sure, I like it.
Yeah.
It's a little subversive
Yeah,
in
I'll
a
do
way,
Bradley.
like reminding
Yeah.
Americans as they celebrate what they think is easy about
that,
civil
or I'll
rights.
just watch
that there's this-
I'll just watch Black Panther for the umpteenth millionth time.
Yeah.
Yes.
President's Day.
Ooh, President's Day. Not sure what I'd do for that. Yeah, I'll just say Captain America.
Okay, I was gonna say somebody like Alexander Pierce.
Yeah. I mean, we do have presidents.
That's a more negative take.
We
on
do have.
President's
We
Day
do.
than
Yes,
you
it is. We
present
do
it.
have. And I mean, if you. Oh, you know who it should be?
Who's that?
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't think about this.
Who's that?
It should be Batman, because he has committed all the crimes of the Bush administration, and thus is the equivalent of a president.
Wait a minute. Now you're on record as having said that.
Just because I'm quoting you.
You didn't. It wasn't clear that you were quoting me.
Longtime
You didn't
listeners
say-
will know.
You didn't say "quote unquote."
Yeah, no.
You just
Longtime-
dropped it yourself. The
longtime
crimes of the
listeners
Bush
will know.
administration is now owned by you.
It's not owned by. It's owned by both of us because we're both in the article.
Yeah, but it definitely quoted me.
I think it does. Yeah. Well, does it? I don't remember. Does it say you, or is it just there and we just know it's you?
Oh, it might just be
That's
there.
a good question. It might just be there.
I thank God nobody's ever going to find like a Diamond City.
No.
That was
Diamond
not
City, Electric City.
Not our best moment. probably.
That was a pretty good.
How about
moment.
Columbus Day?
Oh, jeez. Can I make it Indigenous Persons Day and,
Yes,
and do
absolutely.
Echo? Because I'll do Echo.
I think Echo is the way to go. Cinco de Mayo.
I would do Werewolf by Night
Why?
because they haven't played by a Latino actor.
Okay. Seems a little typecast, but okay.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going with Cinco
How
de
about-
Mayo Day,
International Peace Day, September 21st.
well, I mean, who more stands for peace than Tony Stark?
Now you're just trying to
Particularly Iron Man 1's Tony Stark.
you're just trying to make me yell at you.
In fact, first 20 minutes of Iron Man 1, Tony Stark.
yeah.
That's the Tony Stark that we do Peace Day on.
Yeah. The full-on 110% military industrial complex Tony Stark.
Fine. For Peace Day, I'll do the Quaker Oats Man. You happy?
No, I'm not. Because that is a derogatory stereotype that I find deeply offensive, and you know it. And yet...
We can have that or Tony Stark. Take your pick.
There's always an oatmeal joke, isn't there?
Yeah. There wasn't going to be if you just accepted Tony Stark.
Which was also a ridiculous answer.
I was subverting it. Very subversive.
Why would you want to subvert international peace? Oh, you're such an American.
Yeah.
We can't have that. We have to subvert peace.
We forgot to do Mother's Day.
Oh, Mother's Day. It can't be Wanda, right?
I mean, that's the only that's the only one that. I mean, that she's clearly. I mean, she says I'm a mother, so
Yeah, there's not a lot of other...
there's not a lot of other moms.
A lot of mothers.
I mean, technically, spoilers for Wakanda Forever.
True.
We won't
True.
say anything. So
Yeah, Captain Marvel, wouldn't be a Mother's Day.
oh, what about
She'd
but
be like Armed Forces
but
Day.
there's it's not Monica, but her mom,
I guess so.
Yeah.
You have to dig...
Maria
Maria
Rambeau.
You have to
That's
dig pretty deep into the margins.
So you got her.
We got father stories all over the MCU.
We do have father stories. All
Mother
over the
stories?
MCU.
Yeah, not so much.
How about or you could do Star-Lord's mom.
That's true. She's a
She's a significant mom.
Like in a one worth maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of associating with a holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I know it's the MCU is very daddy issues driven.
It is. It is.
Lots of dad issues.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
What?
who could be mother?
Who's that?
Ramonda.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good for Mother's Day.
No, I accept that.
Yeah.
I accept that. That's all I got. I don't have any other holidays.
Okay, yeah, no, I just did.
There
big
were
ones.
more, but I thought you would get irritated with them much quicker than you did. Like, I thought as soon as I went to International Peace Day, you were just going to...
No, because that worked really well for me to bring up Tony Stark. And then the Quaker Oats Man.
Yeah, I did not imagine that you would take such a staunchly anti-peace
I
position, but then I forgot you are an American.
I was just doing... You're an
And so-
American, too.
Am I, though?
Yeah, I mean, you're not a good one.
It's the kindest thing you've ever
You know,
said to me, sir.
we're not the one... You're not the one we trot out on parade day.
That's for sure.
Like, the Alan Austin American float. It's just a giant middle finger
what
to all of us.
You know what I realized? As I was watching the World Cup, is that the one thing that I'm super patriotic about is soccer, which
Yeah.
is the least patriotic sport. You know, it's like, how messed up. I need to see a therapist.
I
Clearly.
thought of-
I need to talk to somebody about how it is.
I
like,
thought
this
of
is where
you.
I've ended
I
up.
thought of you yesterday because I was listening to the radio and they were doing an ad for one of those one of the local radio stations was doing an ad for one of those bet apps.
Yeah.
They were talking about like going down all the things you've been there. He's like, oh, you can bet on the World Cup
Yeah.
if you're still interested in it. Now that the U.S. isn't,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty sure no one is.
Right. No, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
Definitely true.
Did you see those? There's like a ton of like videos and memes about like every time the Olympics comes around, and same thing with the World Cup. It's like every American not caring about America ever.
Oh, yeah.
But when the world, it's like, wake up, everybody, it's time.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah, and
lead red, white, and blue.
Right. And then you know
Yes.
what I have to do? Right. Exactly. And then I have to listen to Colin Cowherd
Oh, you
give
should-
his takes on soccer.
You should
I mean,
listen. Growing up,
You need to
'cause
pump the
Cowherd was
brakes, buddy.
Cowherd was local news in Portland.
Yeah.
So I have had a lot of
Yeah.
Colin
I'm not a big
Cowherd.
fan, but him talking soccer is just nails on a blackboard kind of situation.
because he's just
Doesn't know a lot.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a much more traditional American sports guy.
He is. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I've been wrestling with that lately. Why is it that all of my patriotism is focused on the one thing that Americans don't care about at all?
Oh well,
It's a weird.
oh I know. Well, I know why.
Yeah. Yes, please.
It's because you have so little patriotism that you have to let it build up for 4 years.
I don't think so. I
And
think
then
I
it's
think
there.
I'm-
And then it's there.
I think I'm awash in patriotism. I'm just trying to find
Not in the right kind
place
of
to
patriotism.
focus.
Not in the right
What,
kind of
what's
patriotism.
the right kind of patriotism? I feel like we're really drifting.
We
on
are.
the
We have
holidays
drifted a
here.
little bit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
All right. What are we gonna do?
Merry holidays.